What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and I thought I'd make a fun little video comparing the first iPhone ever made, the original iPhone, comparing it to the newest iPhone 7. So this is a comparison about 9 years apart. The iPhone 7 is the 9th iPhone in succession, so next year's iPhone in 2017 will be the 10th anniversary. But for this anniversary, there's a lot of difference here, and in 9 years, I just want to see how far Apple has come. Now, I'm going to be honest, I never really used the iPhone 2G when it came out. I was too young, couldn't afford it. So my first iPhone was the iPhone 4 on Verizon. But for the people that do remember using the iPhone 2G, at the time, it was pretty cutting edge. The fact that you could use multiple fingers on the display. And yeah, let's go ahead and compare these. Now, I want to point out that the boxes of the iPhone 7 in jet black are a throwback to the good old days of the iPhone 2G. Very, very similar design, except on the front, you're looking at the back of the phone on the iPhone 7. On the side, you have the iPhone logo. On the back, it looks very similar. And just opening this up, I've never actually unboxed an iPhone 2G brand new, and one day I hope I will. I'll buy a sealed iPhone 2G for like $10,000 and do it for you guys. But yeah, you open it up, it looks very simple inside. You got a plastic backing. In the newer iPhone 7 box, now you're not going to find any plastic. Apple is all about paper and recycling, so that's what that one looks like. And I'm very lucky to even have a box from one of these. They're extremely rare. Taking a look at the iPhone 7, they made it a lot easier to open up this time around, and inside you'll find a very neat packaging, and of course my jet black iPhone 7. This thing is beautiful. Fingerprint magnet, yes, but absolutely gorgeous. So holding these in my hand, it's easy for me to understand why some people say nothing has changed. Even though everything has changed, these devices are fundamentally the same shape. The iPhone 7, though, is just a pancaked version of the iPhone 2G. The 2G is, of course, the more comfortable device to use and hold. So the iPhone 7 color-wise has 5 choices. You get 2 choices of black even, which is absolutely stunning. I love the jet black, but personally use the matte black. With the iPhone 2G, Apple made it simple for you. You can get silver or silver. So there's that color on the iPhone 2G. One of the few minor advantages the original iPhone has over the iPhone 7 is the lack of the camera hump on the back. It's a very flush and even design. So taking a look at the displays, you can fit the original iPhone's display almost 6 times in the iPhone 7's display. The original iPhone had a resolution of 480 by 320, which meant it wasn't bad for the time, but far from what we're used to today. Very bad viewing angles, it gets very grainy. I mean, it would just suck to have to use this today. So there's a huge advantage when it comes to newer displays. And the iPhone 7 isn't even the best of what you can get. I think Galaxy is leading the best display tech right now. And a very interesting fact, so the original iPhone shipped with iPhone OS 1.0, the iPhone 7 with 10.0. So that means they shipped with 10 versions apart on their original firmware. So I think that's kind of interesting. Back when you couldn't even swipe between pages on the first firmware. Anyways, I went ahead and got Geekbench results, and Apple says officially the iPhone 7 is 120 times faster than the iPhone or original iPhone. That's just nuts. I mean, it's only been 9 years and we're using a device that's 120 times faster. Can you imagine 9 more years from now? This is crazy. I mean, my mind is just blown. So if you ever want to start gaming on the original iPhone, good luck even installing anything. I was only able to install this game, something I was playing back in the day as well. And man, loading times are awful. This thing can't do 3D animation worth anything, so it's quite a miserable experience. On the iPhone 7, you could run some crazy good-looking games, but I always resort to just playing the good old Slither.io, something you could run probably on an iPhone 3G intensive-wise, but hey, I'm a simple guy. And just to show you guys how bad the experience is, if you legitimately wanted to use the original iPhone as a daily driver, I challenge you guys, that anyone that has it and has AT&T, to do it. I mean, do it for a day and you'll kill yourself at the end of it, really. So I just looked for Snapchat, and just to get into the App Store, onto the app page, it takes almost 2 minutes. It is so bad. You gotta load the App Store, then you gotta load the search category, and then you gotta wait for your keyboard to start responding to type in the letters. Then you finally get to Snapchat and you find it will not work. And that's about 99% of the apps in the App Store are not compatible with the original iPhone, and the ones that are haven't been updated in like 5 years. So using this thing is abysmal. I mean, if I had AT&T, I might even challenge myself to use it for a day, but things tend to take about 3 to 5 times longer to do for the more intensive things. Basic tasks like calculator, checking the weather, not so bad. Not too far off from the iPhone 7, but you're really going to hate yourself if you want to use this thing for web browsing, even checking emails or navigating using maps. It's pretty bad. But hey, at least the maps use Google Maps back in the day when the iPhone maps weren't complete junk. So that's a benefit. Of course, you do have the YouTube app built in as well, back when YouTube and Apple had a contract. And I think that they might even get another one in the future, possibly. I hope so. But there it is, guys. So the iPhone 2G iOS 3.1.3 is pretty bad usability-wise. And last thing I wanted to cover was the cameras. So even just taking a look at the outside of the cameras, the iPhone 7 has a massive sensor. The 2G is so bad. So this thing is actually 2 megapixels. I was wrong in my every iPhone comparison. I said it was 0.3, but it's actually 2 megapixels. It's not too bad, really. If I go ahead and compare it to the iPhone 7, yeah, it's pretty slow to delay. There's not a single setting or option for the camera. It's just take your picture and that's it. But looking at the results, I wouldn't say it's that bad. That's a 9-year difference. And yeah, of course, it's way more clear. Things are more vivid and more in focus, but for a 9-year-old camera, I'm pretty impressed. But hey, it looks like there's just a few layers of clear tape on the iPhone 2G camera. It has no color reproduction whatsoever. So you can really appreciate the newer iPhone camera with time here. But anyways, guys, there it is. I hope you liked this video. Just thought I'd try something new, do a throwback to the iPhone 2G. Next year, for the 10-year anniversary, if I repeat this video, you guys will just go nuts. It'll be such a different video to make. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Enjoy your iPhone you're currently using right now, knowing it's not a pain to use like the original iPhone. Peace.